We're living in some fucking weird times where it's like you got like Nicki Minaj out here like sucking Trump's dick. You got all this ICE shit that's still going on, which is still heartbreaking to me. I haven't really posted about it recently because it's like, dude, this shit has been going on for like over half a year now. We still haven't got to like a point where we can fucking find some middle ground of this shit. It's just, all right, fool, like let's sick the dogs on them. Let's fucking just fucking kill these fools. Like let's kill innocent, deport innocent people and do all this bullshit and then fuck shit. And it's like, for what, bro? Like,
Mad Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the stands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wear Prada, the devil like inside your box now. While the angels fly over my headstone.
We are back with another episode of the God's Hour podcast with your boy Big Cervelli, back in the place to be, La Merca Superior, Palace 81 Studios. We are live in effect, live and direct in the car. It's your boy Mr. 9 Times. Yeah, man. I already gave y'all the mathematics. Today is Wisdom, Thursday, January 29th, 2026, which means it is wisdom and born, all being born to wisdom. What that means is we are bringing about our wisdom into existence to get back that very same wisdom. So you give and you get the same, you're getting back what you give. So, you know, you plant a fucking seed, you get corn. You know, whatever it is, just when you, holy shit, bruh. That's crazy, bro. My mom just texted me right now. I don't really care, bro. Like, I'm trying to do a podcast right now. Can you please lower the volume in your car? No, I can't. I really can't. You know, so that's some funny shit. But killing the whole momentum, as my mom does all the time. She's killing everything, bro. And I'm going to put this shit on nothing, bro. And I will lock my car in case she comes over here and fucking tries to interrupt the whole shit again. You know, my mom finds fucking very interesting ways to throw off the whole program. Whether it be my program and my personal life, the God's Hour. Where the fuck do I find this shit to put it on vibrate? Pause. Where's this shit at? Holy fuck, bro. Where's this shit at? Does anybody know where to put the thing on silence? Oh, it's right in my face. Pause. This shit is I just got a new phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S23. I mentioned that in my last fucking episode and shit. But today I'm gonna be doing all the topics and shit that I didn't get to last episode. I was gonna say yesterday, but I did it earlier. And what is it? Let me see. That's crazy how, like, I wonder if this shit is like, you can hear me loud and clear if you were outside. Because if my mom can hear me in the fucking room, that's just her being nosy at this point. That's hilarious. Like, crazy as fuck. A couple of pet peeves I have, things of that nature. But yeah, what you give is what you get. Wisdom brings about wisdom in our cipher. So, going back to today's mathematics, wisdom and born, all being born to wisdom. So what we create in our lives using our God-given wisdom is what we get back. You know, you plant a seed, you get corn. It's just as simple as that, right? Wisdom brings wisdom. So if I teach somebody now, someone might be able to teach me later. Like, it goes back to karmic cycles, and it all goes to, like, you do something good and you get good back. That's it. Peace. Today's drip check. I have on SB, the Obsidian Yellow Eric Costin SB 95s. And as a matter of fact, I will take the shoe off. And oh my lord, not only did my foot kick the fucking, the turn signal, but I fucking put my lights on and I fucking, what is it? What's that shit? The high beams. My bad. But awesome Eric Costins. Got some camouflage fucking Fila shorts. The Slot Machine 999 Imperial fucking navy shirt. I got the tribal tattoo. Where's the tribal shit at? Right here. Orioles hat. I love this. Shout out to Hat Club. I'm a Hat Club member, certified P6000 murderized. And some Columbia glasses, bro. You know how I do it. I'm blind as fuck. And as a matter of fact, I gotta fucking go get my new glasses. I gotta get my what's that shit called? The optometrist test to get my shit. I don't know like where I am in my eyes, but I think, I don't know if I explained this to y'all, but about, let's say when I was like a senior in high school, I remember I always sat in the back, and I think it started around my junior year, but I was like, man, I can't see I can't really see it. I thought it was like, I thought like maybe the teachers weren't putting the letters big enough or something like that. So it was like, I didn't know until my senior year. My teacher told me like, hey, like, do you need glasses? He was like, you should sit up in the front. I hate to sit in the front because it was like only the fucking people that were like, you know, nerds or like goody two shoes or teachers' pets or snitches or no shit like that. They were like all up in the front, you know what I mean? All the homies were in the back, you know. That was where we fucking gathered and we all had our fucking roundtable meetings on how to fucking bullshit and paint walls. Was in the back of the class, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is, or whatever movie guys we're gonna be doing later on in school or whatever. That was what we were gonna do. In the back of the classroom, we're going to talk about it. So by senior year, I needed glasses. I hated them. And the first pair of glasses I got were like some, like, I don't know if like they were, what's them shits, like they're tint, they got the tint on them. So I thought they were cool because I saw like my homie had them and I was like, oh shit, they're like shades, but not really, you know. And in like class, they're fucking regular, but when you go outside and the sun hits them, they're tinted. So I'm like, cool, you know? And that's funny, too, because I'm thinking about my mom and shit saying she can't sleep. How does that feel, bro, when you can't sleep? You know? Maybe, like, welcome to my world. Like, how does that feel when you fucking can't sleep, bruh? That's crazy. Well, I hope you think about that, Mom. Next time you want to wake me up on my birthday for some bullshit, I hope you're thinking about that right there. When fucking, what's it like to not sleep and you get bad sleep every day? Anyway, shades, right? So finally, I got myself a pair of Columbia shades last year. I'm due for some new shades. I'm going to get them. But they weren't cool. And I remember this girl, shout out to her, man. She got like, she's a stripper and she got fake titties. And I'm pretty sure she got a fake ass now because the ass and the titties combo is like something like on a KFC menu for BBLs. You know what I mean? You got the ass, the titties, then you got the Botox. What else they got? Facelifts, titty lifts, you know, fat reduction. They call them shits mommy makeovers, but we all know what that means. You're just trying to fucking be a stripper. So... but shout out to Venus. I used to always tease her and call her penis loving Venus and shit like that. Don't ask me why. I think I just had a crush on her a little bit and just didn't know how to I think I was just trying to be Mr. Cool and I ended up looking like Mr. Dick. Pause. So shout out to her. But anyway, she saw me with the shades and she was like, she saw me with the glasses with the tints on them and she just looks at me and she's like, nice shades. Fucking hilarious. And then later on, there was this girl, I don't want to say her name, but that I would kick it with, and they look like not exactly the same, but they look the same and they kind of like, maybe not had the same personalities, but you ever see like somebody where they look like someone else? Like I'll give you another example. I have a coworker, I won't say his name either, but he looks like my Tío Jimmy. And I told him, I'm like, yo, you fucking look like my Tío Jimmy, dog. Like, that's fucking crazy. Another one would be, I had another coworker when I worked at FedEx. He looked like my dad with a mustache. And I was like, what the fuck? Like my pops from like in the 80s and shit. Like, I was like, for what the fuck? I thought you were my dad for a second. What the fuck? So you'll be like, you'll look at people and you'll see like I don't know if they call them doppelgangers or fucking archetypes or whatever, no shit like that. And you'll see it too with celebrities. Like they'll show you like other celebrities that look like them too. But I can't think of any of them off the top of my head right now. But you know that it's just just doppelgangers and shit like that. So getting new glasses. I needed glasses from when I was a senior. I've had so many pairs of glasses. I've had more glasses that I haven't worn than I have worn. So I remember when I was staying with my grandma, I would go for like a walk up like this trail that she lives in the hills somewhere. And fucking, you could take like, I don't know if you could do this anymore. I feel like they definitely fenced off the back portion where you could like, see what it is it's a trail that will spit you out into the community. But what happened was they fenced that part off, and then I think they just didn't upkeep the fucking trail, and then it got to a point where like if you wanted to get all the way through it, you had to bring like a fucking machete with you and just chop down all the overgrown like shrubs and weeds and shit to get through it. And we had hella like stingy nettle and bug bites and shit like that just going through that shit, just stomping through. We just stomped through the weeds and all that shit. So with this like gated community type shit, I remember one of the first pairs, it might have been like the second pair of glasses I ever had. I ran down, I was bombing down the hill, running down the hill. I had the glasses in my pocket. I can't remember if it was probably like in my jacket or something, and they just slid out. And I left, and the gate, it's not like badged in or nothing, so you can go in and out of the gate like on foot. And my dumb ass, I asked the security guard, I was like, hey, you think I could go back and fucking get my glasses? I lost my glasses. And they said no. And I was like, wow. So I just ate that L and shit. What I should have done was, this was when I was like more timid, you know what I mean? I was probably, how old was I? I can't remember. I was probably like 20. So like at this point, I'm still more shy. I'm still reserved. I'm definitely not like kind of like I didn't handle the situation then what I could have done now. Like what I would have done now. I would have been like, I would have been diplomatic about it and been like, yo, bro, like I can't see, bro. Like let me just go in and get my glasses, because if not, like fucking, I'ma just go through, bro. And you could call the cops and do all that. Like try to put your hands on me, bro. Like I promise you, I will stomp you into the fucking ground. I will grab you, I'm fucking smack the shit out of you. I'll fucking punch you in the fucking face, hit you with an uppercut, peekaboo style. While you on the ground, just stomp your fucking face in, get my glasses, and then leave, bruh. You know what I mean? But I don't want to do that shit. This is the shit that I would like to fucking imagine would happen. I don't know. Is it really going to happen? I don't know. Because, like, everyone got a plan until they get punched in the face. So I'm not trying to, like, be up here like if I'm some tough guy. I'm just saying, like, for, like, if it goes up, it goes up. And then whatever happens after that happens. So it doesn't really matter. So I lost my glasses over there. I needed new ones. I had to end up paying, like, out of pocket for them. That was cool, whatever. So now, with this new pair of glasses, I don't know if I want to get, like, shades or actual prescription glasses, because I already have actual prescription. Here's what I'm going to do. If the new prescription is bad and I do need some new glasses, then fucking I will, I'll just get a new pair of glasses. But if they're not, then I'll just get some shades. And you know what? That just reminds me, I'm going to get my my prescription on file so we could do like a comparison and all that shit. And I kind of didn't want to get a whole new eye exam, but I was like, you know what, bro? Like, I pay for it. There's no fucking reason to just waste your money, because that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm paying for like my benefits and shit. And for me to not want to do an eye exam is just number one, being lazy, me being lazy, and number two is just like it's a waste. So, and it's covered too. So get an eye exam. They cover the shades. Like, prescription shades ain't cheap, bro. They like 500-600, like, starting, you know what I mean? And I got Columbia. Shout out to Columbia too, by the way. One of the only brands that I feel like is very reputable, and like I could like actually shout out here, instead of like some other brands, like, no disrespect, but maybe like a Nike or a Gucci or something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but it's just like, glasses are glasses. It's plastic, you know what I mean? Like, what makes a Nike frame fucking like worth 3 times the value of a Columbia? Is it because this shit is actually made out of like reinforced shark fin skin, or is it like I'm paying for the name? And if I'm just paying for the name, fuck you. I'm gonna want to, I want to get my own shit. So my own shit that's cheaper. So that's how I'm gonna run the play. I wanted some prescription aviators. Who knows? I look like fucking Chow Yun Fat or like Men in Black or something like that with the shades that I have already, which is cool. I'm not going for like a Mino, like Cholo, Oakley type shit like that. It's just more so, I found myself, especially when I worked for FedEx too, because I would always be driving with the sun in my eyes. Like, for whatever reason, my route, and it wasn't even really like I had a route. It was just I went to the airport and back. I was just a shuttle driver. I would shuttle the most important packages before they needed to go out on the plane. And fools actually had routes, like whether that be to fucking Laverne or fucking, what is it, Pomona, Ontario. They went as far as like what's that shit? It starts with I think it starts with an M. Maybe Sunset City. Fuck. What's that one place called? I know they went to Lake Elsinore. That's far as fuck too. I don't know. They went far though. But with me, like, when I would always have, like, I would always jack fools for their glasses, their shades, and just put them over like my actual prescription glasses, because it was like I didn't have them, and I was only covered. I was also covered yearly too, but I think in the company, I only got, I think, 2 pairs, because when my benefits came up, I got them in like June, so that was 1 pair, and that was in 2022, I think. No, I had to work a full year before my benefits kicked in. Yeah. So then my first pair wasn't until 2023. 2024, I got the shades, and then I left the company. And so yeah, I have my like original pair that I think I got from FedEx. Right? No, older than that. That prescription's old. When I put on, I put on those glasses whenever I go shooting, and those are hella old. Even though it's better than me, like, not wearing shades at all, that shit's fucking like, or shades, I keep saying that, glasses, it's still like, oh shit, this is old. Like, it's like a weak solid stock fucking prescription. Then I have like the Columbia ones, which are like more up to date than these ones that I have right here. These ones make me look like fucking Velma from Scooby-Doo. The other ones make me look like Professor X. And obviously Chow Yun Fat with the fucking shades. So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Still thinking about it. Gonna get the eye exam. That'll be on Monday. And yeah. I keep saying like, I don't like doing that shit. But here I go. So last Friday I got an oil change. I fixed some other shit in my car. It was like a leak. I had like 3 jobs done, bro. I had an oil change, then I had a fucking, what's that shit called? A transmission fluid change, and then also too I had a leak in the fucking like in the engine, and we got that taken care of. Spent some good money over there, man, but you know what? It's just like I spend my money on bullshit, I'd rather invest my money into my car that'll actually take care of me more than sneakers or like hats or whatever other bullshit I like, food or whatever. So while the car was getting taken care of, we went to the mall. I can't remember if I bought shoes or not. No, I bought a hat. I just bought this hat. That's why I'm wearing it right now. This is like what I consider like, oh no, this I got on my birthday. I bought a olive White Sox hat, which I want to take a picture for an album that I'm gonna do eventually. And so we go see Mercy, right? If you don't know this movie Mercy, we saw it. Fuck, dude, we saw it the day it came out. I thought this movie theater we were in was gonna be like fucking packed, like it was gonna be a lot of people or some shit like that. I thought it was gonna be, you know what I mean? We only had a few fucking like seats available and shit. But literally, like the day of, an hour before I get tickets, you know, there couldn't have been more than a dozen people at this movie theater. This movie was fucking dog shit, bro. This was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Never ever in the history of life have I ever slept in a movie theater for this long. And I feel like I've only slept in a movie fucking one time before this, and I can't even remember what it was. It might have been when I was like younger or something. It was definitely when I was younger. But this movie, right, had all the ingredients on paper to be good. It had Chris Pratt in it. Fucking who the fuck else was in this movie? I don't know. But it's basically like some detective. He gets framed for the murder of his wife. He invented a AI technology of like criminal justice, like a criminal justice system where it's like judge, jury, and executioner. They like strap you to a chair that'll like fucking kill you if you don't have like an hour and a half to prove like your innocence. And it's kind of like, thinking about it now, it don't make sense, because it's like, you need beyond a reasonable, correct me if I'm wrong, but for murder, you need, it needs to be beyond a reasonable doubt that you committed the fucking murder, right? So there's a lot of reasonable doubts with this shit. And basically the fucking, see, like now I can't even really describe it to you, because about 45 minutes in, I fell asleep. But my pops, he was with me and shit. He was down for the count in like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? We were up watching the trailers and all that, eating popcorn. We had just ate before this, so I feel like we would have stayed up longer if we didn't eat. But I feel like the fact that we ate and got comfortable and like really good seats, you know, we crashed out. But keep in mind too, like also like, I sleep like a motherfucker, bro. I woke up today like at 11:30, which is late as fuck. Usually I wake up at 10:30. If it's 11, then it's fucking like, that's how I really know, okay, like I was fucking tired as fuck. But, you know, as of right now, I've really been only getting like one day off. I've been working like 6 days a week and shit. I'm about to work 7 days straight. So everybody pray for me out there. But I'll be good though. I got some time off, so I'm gonna, you know what I mean, I'm gonna piece it up. I'm gonna see what's going down with it. What is it? What am I trying to say? Oh, this movie Mercy, right? So it was funny because me and my pops were talking about it. My pops was like, yeah, this shit had no mercy and shit. Like we was gone, we was out, you know what I mean? It was funny, bruh. So anyway, this guy is a detective. He fucking creates an AI system. He has an hour and a half to prove that he was innocent. But in that, like, he's trying to, like, get all the evidence, like, all the people he knows, has, like, an alibi, his daughter, you know, whatever, fucking to prove that he didn't really kill his wife. I feel like at some point, like, they AI'd him to fucking, or they at least set him up to kill his wife and all that shit. But literally, I fell asleep because the way they shot it was just so weird, because it's fast. It's like fast, like, and there was no break. Like there was no comedic break. It was just fucking, it was like, it looked like an action movie. And me and my pops love action movies, bruh. But this shit was like a fucking high-speed drama, bruh. It was like, okay, like this happens, that happens, this happens, this, but in scenes, like fast fucking scenes. It was like watching like a fucking lame-ass white fucking action movie that Hype Williams made. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if Hype Williams made like the laziest fucking like fast fucking movie, this is what it would have been. Think like the opposite of Belly, bro. This is what this movie was, bro. It was a complete stinker, snoozer, put you out on time router, bro. It was like, it was fucking unbearable. I fell asleep. I woke up and it's like, okay, now we figured out that his homie at work set him up because, and I knew this was happening too, because from the beginning I kind of got the bits and pieces. I'm like, okay, so it's obvious he set up, but there's like this homeless dude who was killed by the mercy justice system. So it's like, okay, like that has something to do with something, you know? And in the end, you figure out that it's his coworker's brother. He sets him up. He had like a fucking bunch of like bombs or whatever. He was gonna bomb the building and bring the whole system down. Whatever the fuck it was, right? Like, it was dog shit, and the fucking ads for it is Chris Pratt with the shotty. That motherfucker barely had a pistol in that shit, and he didn't even kill the fucking guy who set him up. It was like this crooked black bitch, and not to say it like that, but it was this crooked bitch. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what color she was, but I'm just saying, like, it was just this crooked dyke bitch, shoots him, kills him, they arrest her, they get her the fuck out of here, and he's the hero, right? I fucking did not give a fuck about this movie. If I were to like rate this movie, bro, I'd get that shit like a 0. You know, it's not a movie review or no shit like that, but it was just like fucking ridiculous how this movie would not be entertaining to a fucking 1-month-old, bro. So either way, like, I basically paid $45 for me and my pop to sleep comfortably in a fucking movie theater. Is really what I paid for. You know what I mean? Let's see. Did I talk about this shit? I was at the store, right, and I seen these dudes. Two young morenos, they were selling like candy and shit, and they were asking for donations for their football league or whatever. Like, I could kind of, I don't know, man. I when it comes to shit like that, like, I think everything is a scam. I don't believe people. I don't believe people tell the truth. I don't unless you really, really like sell it to me. But this fool was really cool about it and shit. Like, he didn't want no specific amount. He was just like, you know, like, any donation is cool. So I gave him a 5. I got like I think I got like some Skittles and a chocolate bar or something like that. I forgot. But he was wearing Bugs Bunny 8s. So I'm like, okay, if his hustle is scamming people, like, I'm pretty sure he'd be making better moves, you know what I mean? Like, if you was a true scammer artist like that, you wouldn't be going after like donations. You would be doing different shit, you know what I mean? And the fact that he had his, like, what it looked like his little brother with him, it made me feel like there was some validity to his shit. The people at the store, they came out, they kicked him out, and they were still asking for money and shit like that. So, I mean, I understand it from a business point of view. It's like, you're selling on my block. You can't be doing that. You know what I mean? My block ain't yours unless you're going to take a piece. But you know how corporations are. They're not even going to let you do that. And I think they see it as like I think it's two things. You're trying to scare their customers away, number one. And number two, it's like they don't want to invite people like hanging around and like soliciting around the store. You know, that's a big problem. In some places, like, let's just say for an example, LA, where there's bums right out there, there's fucking like creepy shits out there, but it's tolerated, you know what I mean? Bums that are just kicking it right there, they ain't hurting nobody. They just right there. They ain't even asking for money most of the time. They just need a place for fucking shelter, some fucking shade from the sun, you know what I mean? The rain, some shit like that. So it's like, you can't even blame fools like that. But I understand if it's like these fools are in front of the store, like, selling shit when they could just go buy it inside. Then it's a conflict of interest, you know what I mean? Now you're cutting into their business, which I totally understand. And anyway, man, like, hustlers gotta eat, bro. I don't understand, like, what the big deal is. Fools gotta eat, regardless. you know. And I hope they, whatever money they needed, or fucking whether it was a scam or not, even if it was, if these fools were like on some bullshit, I really do hope they got all the money that they needed, bro, because times are hard out here, bro. Like, we're living through some fucking weird times. Like, I always like to like comment and say this shit because it's true, bro. Like, we're living in some fucking weird times where it's like you got like Nicki Minaj out here like sucking Trump's dick. You got all this ICE shit that's still going on, which is still heartbreaking to me. I haven't really posted about it recently because it's like, dude, this shit has been going on for like over half a year now. We still haven't got to like a point where we can fucking find some middle ground of this shit. It's just, all right, fool, like, let's sick the dogs on them. Let's fucking just fucking kill these fools. Like let's kill innocent, deport innocent people and do all this bullshit and then fuck shit. And it's like, for what, bro? Like whoever it is, it ain't gotta be like Trump specifically. It's just gotta be like the system, you know, like, because this shit's been happening before Trump, but now it's so blatant. And we got like the target, like the target is on Trump, you know what I mean? But it ain't just him. There's a lot of fools out there that's, you know, he's just the puppet on the strings, bro. Like, we really gotta understand, like, some of this shit is way bigger than we think it is, bro. Like, there's a whole plan of this shit. It's terrorism, bro. It's a breach of security. It's a fucking infringement on our fucking freedoms, bro. And I'm all for posting shit on social media, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, unless you really about that shit, I would suggest you shut the fuck up, bro. Like, if you just, if like, and I don't mean to be disrespectful about it in that way. I'm just saying, if you just online bitching and complaining and posting shit that's not going nowhere, then stop with that shit, bro. Because you're not doing anything for not only yourself, but for anybody else. All you're doing is adding to the frustration and the confusion out there, because we see it every day. Like, I'm not even trying to see none of that shit, and I see that shit, whether that be from the homies, the TV in a break room, or whatever the fuck, or like my tia sends me videos, and I want to tell her straight up, like, look, I don't care. Like, I know as much as like you love me and you want to send me shit just to like be on like some informative shit. Like, I'm really out here in these streets, like, fucking not doing no crimes or nothing like that, but I'm really out here. I'm outside, bruh. Like, I'm outside for real, for real. I get paid to be fucking outside. I don't get paid to be inside, bruh. I make my money out there, you know? So fuck what y'all talking about. Like, I'm really in the tierra where it really fucking counts. And I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody, but it's like, I don't have to, like, I'm like, if there's gonna be any change, it's gonna start with the people around me. And that's kind of like what I try to be on, you know what I mean? I know there's shit that's out of your hands, bro. Like, you can't fucking you cannot fight the system, bro. We're beyond that point where there's no fighting the system. Like, okay, like, you could fight the system, right? But you ain't really gonna change it, you know? And I'm not trying to crush nobody's hopes and dreams or try to kind of like insinuate that you can't make any positive changes, because you definitely can. But I would definitely feel like it's more local and not like, you know, if you try to protest and get shot, you ain't solving nothing, bro. You're just gonna be another tally on the board for these fools. That's it. You're gonna be another fucking body count for these fucking huevones out here that are just treating us like dogs, bro. And I love all my people, and I want all my people to know that it's okay to fucking feel scared, and you know, it's okay, because we're living in fucking weird ass fucking crazy fucking times and shit. But, you know, I just want everybody to think, step back and think for a second and recalibrate like some of the actions that you will or won't do. You know what I mean? Is it better for you to not say something and live your life and make sure your family's straight? Or is it worth more to know that, like, you actually are trying to go out here on the front lines and do some shit? That's not the ball. Like, that's on you. That ain't really on me. The best thing I can do is make sure that I come home safe to my family every single day. You know, not everybody has a family to come home to, and I feel it, bro. Trust me. Like, I understand that. So don't let me try to let me misconstrue some of what I'm saying with how I really feel. How I really feel is like a lot of this shit is fucked up, and the bottom line is we need some real change. But from what I've seen and shit like that, it's like, this shit ain't gonna change, bruh. this shit'll just hot potato to the next organization, administration, the next presidency, the next, because this shit don't stop, bro. This shit been going on. It's gonna stay going on, and it don't even have to be with Mexicans, bro. That's the crazy part. Nobody, this shit ends up in cycles. You go back to World War II, and we talk about the fucking the Japanese people. You go to fucking whatever times, and not even in but let's just talk about American history, right? Started with the Indians, the Native Americans, more specifically, and correct myself. It's like we fucked all them over, and all this land. We said, thank you, Native Americans, go fuck yourselves. That's what we did. We stole this land, all of us, because we didn't give it back, bruh. This land was stolen, and we all took a part of it. Don't go fucking, don't get confused. Oh, well, it was already here. Bullshit. Because why ain't you fucking trying to give your fucking home? Why ain't you trying to sell your home to a Native American? You get what I mean? Why? Because you need a place to stay? Because you need a fucking house to live in? Guess what? So do the rest of us. So we're all a part of this fucking hypocritic, we're all part of the same hypocrisy, bro. So, it's like, people get fucked over either way. The Native Americans, the Japanese people, and now unfortunately it's fucking Mexicanos, Chicanos out here that's trying to do better, bruh, and it's no different, bruh. History repeats itself, and I just want all the raza out there to know that I got everybody's back. Please do not confuse with what I'm saying, as I'm trying to shoot anybody down or bring about bullshit in the narrative. It's completely far from that. I'm more than happy to donate. I'm more than happy to help out. But guess what? I'm going to start locally first. And if anybody wants to create a dialogue with me and bring about some more understanding and communication, then I'm more than happy to oblige. You dig? What else do we got? A couple of fucking things. That Melania movie, bruh, that shit looks weird as fuck, bruh. I've been seeing that, the trailers and shit like that, on Instagram. That's just weird. I don't know how the fuck the president's wife, why does she need a movie? It's not like she was fucking Superman or no shit like that for her to have a fucking movie. That's weird as fuck, bruh. That shit is weird, bruh. That's what I'm saying. When I say we live in weird times, bro, why? How come Michelle Obama don't got a fucking movie? How come, Nancy Reagan don't got a movie? We're talking about, the Kennedy's wife. How come we don't got, fucking no movies about, actual first ladies that have actually made, a name for themselves, you know what I mean? Or are actually, in popular culture out there, you know what I mean? Moving on from that, we're getting... So the stadium that they're building over here on Riverside Drive is going to be for the Ontario Buzz Towers. The B is cool. The Buzz Towers is because of the airport. So I guess the Buzz Tower is on the tower where they communicate with the planes and shit. I guess that's where it comes from. And it's a B with fucking the pilot shit on, Amelia Earhart version of a B and shit. I thought that was pretty interesting. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Shout out to Old Town all day, dog. Prayers up for Big Duke. Big Duke from Psycho Realm. Apparently he's in the hospital. And I just want to take this time out to say I hope Big Duke, has a speedy recovery and nothing but peace, blessings, and good fortune to him and his whole family. Him and his brother Sig Jackin, they formed Psycho Realm in the late 90s. Their debut album, Psycho Realm, in 96 is one of the fucking greatest hip-hop albums of all time. It is one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. So I just wanted to take the time out to let everybody know. If you haven't already, go check them out. Psycho Realm, one of the most influential groups, especially Mexican. I would go out and say they're the definitive Mexican hip-hop group of all time. Fuck Shoreline Mafia. Fuck a lighter shade of brown if they're Mexican, if they're all Mexican. I don't know. I haven't done my research. But fuck all these other fools. And I'm not trying to say fuck Mexicans. I'm just saying fuck all them. Psycho Realm is really for me personally. I don't know about anybody else. I can only speak for me. That's my favorite Mexican hip hop group of all time. And we're running a little. I'll break Loteria down. So I dropped Loteria. If you didn't know, it's my album with NC. It's out on all major platforms. I don't know if I'm going to drop it on my YouTube. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. I still got to work on it more, and I'm working on some other stuff. But just to give you like a little like teaser, Loteria basically came from like, you know, if you ever watch Blood In and Blood Out, this ain't no pinchy card game. Ese, life's a risk, carnal. Like, you know what I mean? Loteria is just fucking an idea I had where I was like, I'm going to make an album and every single song title is going to be named after a card. And I'll break that down when I do an episode with NC. And let's do a kick test of the New Balance 9060. I don't know if you can see it, but it comes in like a peach colorway, right? And let's see. At a retail price of $159.99, the 9060 is a new expression of the refined style and innovation-led design of the classic 990 series, or 99X. I'm going to say 990 series, 99X series. The 9060 reinterprets familiar 990 elements with the warped sensibility inspired by the proudly futuristic visible tech aesthetic of the Y2K era. Sway bars taken from the 990 are expanded and utilized throughout the entire upper for a sense of visible motion, while wavy lines and scaled up proportions on a sculpted pod midsole placed an exaggerated emphasis on the familiar cushioning platforms of Absorb and SBS technology and fucking what are them shits, captions. This I like this shoe for casual wear. I'll give it a 9. These are incredibly comfortable for very light use. With so many specific colorways, you could find the perfect fit for this silhouette. The more chunky look and feel will diversify your style, which is a big plus for me. For heavy wear, though, I'll give it a 3. These do not perform well under the knife. Due to the bulky design, I found my feet trying to adjust my steps to find a good rhythm on my walk, so my ankles hurt half an hour into it. No real cushion in the outsole, and the upper makes my feet hot even in the cold morning, like cold fucking morning. For the price, I give it a 4. I feel like I'm just paying for cosmetics with no real emphasis on anything but recovery. I don't know how you run or train in these. There's no real support that's different than any other New Balance besides the pods that stick out for better traction and more thorough like inside room for your fucking feet. A more thorough insole, my bad. But yeah, it's very roomy, and it's like a thorough like insole. Like even like the toes of your fucking feet will fucking, will feel comfortable. But does it fly? No, I don't think so. There's too many sneakers at or below this price point that perform better, and I feel like this is like the new Kayano 14 for New Balance, relying on hype and not necessarily performance. So I'm giving these to my cousin. I'm glad I only bought one pair. I love this like fucking peach colorway. I got them at the New Balance store. So cousin, these shits are like after one use over there, like where he stays in Mexico, that shit's gonna fucking, they're gonna be black by the end of the week. They're gonna be a black New Balance 9060 and shit like that. When I saw him, the last time I saw my cousin, he was wearing the gray and black and white Jordan 1 highs that I got him with the red. I think they're called like the fucking gray smoke commandos or light smoke commandos, some shit like that. Either they got commandos in them or something like that in the name. But they got like the red on the high top, like on the fucking where the ankles are and shit. It's got that red around it where the wings are. The wing logo is. So. Oh, and those shoes are fucking, they're like black already. Like I seen them and I was like, damn, dude, I could really tell you wear them because they're fucked up. They're beaten to the ground already. And to end this off, we have a album review. Sugar Free's Street Gospel. While G-Funk was at its height, one artist emerged from the West Coast to represent a city lesser known than the likes of Los Angeles, Compton, and Long Beach. One that redefined and shaped an era that would be rebirthed later on with similar sounds such as Draco the Ruler, That artist's name is Suga Free. From the beginning, this album tells you like it is. This is the player style. Ride around with your bitch in the low and tell her to go suck dick and bring the money back at 8 on a dot. From start to finish, this album is entertaining down to each offbeat rhyme. Suga Free's animated, comedic, but no nonsense storytelling and dense imagery bring this listen to life. You can see, smell, and feel the city of Pomona. While rappers were talking about slinging on a corner, wearing jewelry and designer clothes, driving expensive cars, Suga Free trades that bravado and flashy bars for his very real life. 2 skits about the county jail beating on the table with the pen, the cost of being a pimp, why a bitch gotta get slapped every once in a while. 90% of this album is misogynistic and vulgar, but there are deeper cuts like On My Way or Dip Die, where Free explains why he is the way he is because of his abusive father, having to step up and provide for his family at a young age. The features match Free's style with their own contrasting dynamics. You have obvious smash hits like that open the album, in Why You Bullshitting and I'd Rather Give You My Bitch. But this whole album is incredible from the production down to the verses. DJ Quick demolishes every beat. I mean, the diverse sounds and layering alone makes him the standout star, with Suga Free being featured. It's about an hour listen, being intended for like going to the club, or best intended for going to the club, cruising around or partying at night with your homies. There are way too many quotables like I wouldn't give a squirt of piss to save a broke bitch. I ain't breaking nan fingernail going oops upside your head. If you smell something stinking, ask me because I'm the shit. The message is very clear. This life is not for suckers, wimps, punks, or tricks in a real way. And I give it a solid A. The message of the day. Shit, man. Message of the day, man, is get some good rest. You're going to need it. It's a big day tomorrow, so don't fuck around. Don't be like one of these assholes only sleeping like 4 hours a day because you got to get up and fucking nah. Fuck all that bullshit, bruh. You know how much sleep you need, and you know how much sleep you're not getting, bruh. So just fucking rest, bro. You didn't got to overdo it all the time. You know, we all got them days, bruh, where we fucking need to be active, but you need your rest because your body is your temple. And if you're fucking just straight like fucking your whole temple off, then it's like you're fucking, you know, the mind is only so strong. So if you're fucking doing shit that'll like eat your body alive, your mind's gonna go with it. Your mind is the strongest part of your body, but like once you just start fucking your temple up, you know what I mean, the crown follows. This is the God's Hour.
Mash Max was the turnout of my lifestyle. Smoking green, blowing white clouds to build the blue skies. Conversating with the gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Gods by my wildflower to let them know that it's the God's hour. This love's the never-ending saga. Walk through the sands of times like Gara. On the other side of that gad is karma. You wet Prada, the devil like inside your box now, while the angels fly over my headstone.